Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here, the Healing Studio. Hope you guys are doing great. Today is November 12th, and we are going to do our weekly check in. I will not be here next week because I'm going to be away. But um, let's just see what this week is going to bring. And if you guys are watching, you can type me please and we will get cards. The comment section gets kind of long and I get to the end sometimes in our half an hour time. If you've even said me please at noon directly, it takes me half an hour to get to you. So just be patient with me. Listen to the other messages other people are getting, because oftentimes that is the messages for all of us. And sometimes we'll start to get that card 1, 2, 3 over and over again. Let's see, a couple of things. We are getting close to the end of the year, if you can believe it. So we have intentions and affirmations at the end for 2024, first half at the end of December. We've got Self-Healing 101 starting in January. We've got our sound baths and our group healing still going on. New moon is Monday, tomorrow. So take advantage of it one way or another, whether you come here or do a ritual with me. It's a good day to set intentions. So let's see. I am using the Cali Ma spray today from Amanda Ellis. This spray, when Winter and I got this out, the first time we sprayed it, we were like, oh, whoa. So this stuff is really a very strong kind of, it's like a liberator. Okay. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to use the Yantra deck, and then today we're going to use for our personal readings the Secret Language of Light. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so let's start off the week with some laughter, being playful, get outside, get in the sun, see what you can do to get near water. This kind of card is really, when it comes right side up, it's just literally just like it's time to play. Okay, so that's cool. All right, this is the helper card. So this is the card of contemplation for the week, completion upside down. So what this is saying is that this is about being whole this week, in a way of being like noticing where you don't feel complete, kind of noticing where you feel gaps, notice where you feel things missing, and then use that with curiosity to kind of explore. You're really kind of never not whole. Although, you can get kind of fragmented if you're not paying attention to your energy very well. But you're going to have the ability to notice a little bit more this week what's kind of missing. Okay. And then towards the end of the week, we are going to lack a little focus. So this is kind of just being a little bit off center, lots of things vying for your attention, lots of things asking for you to notice it. This card, as the helper card, is reminding you to pay attention to what's yours to pay attention to, and try and tune out the distractions that are not yours. Okay. All right. Good start. Okay, this is gonna drive me crazy, you guys. I do not love the platforms. I could see myself. Try to ignore that. Hairs can't be out of place. Okay, so now we're gonna do the part where we do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tune in. What's your number? This is your first personal card. This is the start of the reading. It builds up off of the Yantra deck, okay? So 1, if you picked 1, you're working on expansion, okay? And this is obviously that awareness of, with that completion card of what's not whole, you might be being asked to activate those higher realms, that higher truth, and expanding beyond what you normally see. If you've got 2, you're going to be working on soulmating. And this is basically working on being in love with yourself enough that you can connect very deeply with another. Okay. So healthy vulnerability, the ability to connect with the singular relationships versus the group relationships. And then if you pick 3, you're working on your soul family. And you can see that also has this higher realm kind of look to it. The artwork in this is kind of, all the cards are somewhat similar, but this card is basically saying you're going to focus on kind of those unseen helpers that are overseeing you, and not just your family of origin, but the family, your ancestors, and the soul families that, you've kind of spent lots of lifetimes with. Okay. All right, you guys, let's see. So the platforms I'm using is both Facebook and YouTube. So you might see a different list than I do. If you've been watching, you guys know that I will tell you that YouTube is the best place to go subscribe, because you can comment earlier, which puts you at the top of the list. It's kind of it's a hack, and hopefully you'll still come watch live. But here is who made it to the top of the list today, Gina. And you guys, you're going to be looking at the screen to see if it's your name and your comment, because there might be like more than one Gina, for example. Okay, so Gina, this week you're working on awakening. Okay, so what I'm hearing for this card for you is that you're going to be looking at something that has been sitting there right in front of you, but now you're going to like look at it a little bit differently and be like, oh, holy cow. Okay, so just kind of noticing what truths want to wake up this week, and think of that completion card being upside down. Look for the places that feel empty, and then see if you can fill in the gaps and notice that there's something that you could wake up to. For some reason, I'm seeing food. So I almost feel like tasting something new. Like, oh, I didn't know that was so good. So anyway, for what it's worth. All right, Taryn and Eli. Taryn, you've got the authentic truth coming for you this week. Okay. So the authentic truth in my kind of world is that the unchangeable truth, something that's always true, no matter when you look at it and no matter how long you look at it. So this is what's going to be true forever and always, and kind of just acknowledge that wants to be kind of revisited this week. Okay. Absolute truths, like I am an infinite being of love kind of thing, versus I am today this person. Okay. Eli, your focus this week is going to be on soul writing. So it's going to be really important for you to be looking into maybe journaling, writing things down. If you would like to blog, do some blogging, but also maybe do some reading too of other people's soulful writing to get some inspiration. Okay. Heather, you're going to work on focus. Okay. So we had focus in the yantra deck too. So what you focus on is what you're going to bring into your life. So this week, notice what you're focusing on. And see if you can see. Now, the thing about when you're focusing on gaps, like the advice that they're giving, is sometimes first what you notice is that you don't have something, right? Because there's a gap. I'm hearing that it's there and we're not unified. And that can actually, law of attraction, make it even further away. So once you notice the gap, then you want to just focus on merging with what you want. Okay. All right, Heidi. You're going to work on soul love. Okay. So this is the unconditional loving truth of yourself. This is the Light Council loves to call us beings of love. So this is very much saying that this is a week for you to recognize that your nature is love and you want to love first. Okay. So anytime you can, even if something's really crunchy or somebody's really bugging you, see if you can get back in touch with that soul love energy. Okay. Barbara, you got the authentic truth too. Okay. So this is that Taryn card. Now, second time we've seen it, maybe for all of us, you guys, this is a week to focus on what is always going to be true. Not the stuff that's only temporary, but the stuff that's always going to be true, no matter how you pop into time and space. Okay. Hannah and Connor. Hannah, you've got some variance going on in your space. And what that means is some diversity. And a lot of times the diversity feels crunchy. It feels like stuff that we don't like. It's highlighting things that are uncomfortable. Variance is helpful though, because there's lots of different versions of reality. And this gives us an opportunity to see some other versions. So don't fight the variance this week, basically. Let the diversity be there, no matter how uncomfortable or how it seems to be. Okay. Connor, you've got sensitivity, so you're going to want to honor that and really give yourself a chance to just be in a place of knowing that that's a gift. And if you can protect that gift, it will do good things for you. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if this is the same Connor, but there's an Andra too. So I'm going to go ahead and throw another card for a Connor. Joy is the focus there. Okay. So focusing on the ability to feel into joy. It's actually, by the way, not our natural state to be joyful. Our natural state is to be comfortable. So sometimes when we're joyful, we actually will try to get back to being comfortable, believe it or not. So this is kind of like intentionally finding joy this week. Andra, time to create some space. Okay. This is actually what I'm hearing is even physical space. Clean out a closet, clean out a drawer, make some room. Give yourself some idea that you are consciously making some spaciousness inside your space so that you can invite something new in. Okay. All right, Miranda, you're working on soul family. So if you pick number 3 at the beginning, it's doubling down for you. But otherwise, this is just reminding you that you have unseen helpers. Some of the people in your life are your family. They're just maybe not your blood in this lifetime. Giving yourself some awareness of that. That just kind of noticing and going beyond so that you can kind of notice you're never alone. Okay. Nicole and Seth. Nicole, you're working on divine feminine energy, okay? This is the master beer, not the doer, okay? So the divine feminine is the opening of all possibilities, being in touch with the being. If you think of like a gestation of a baby, right? The womb is holding space for that child to grow. Cannot force it to happen any faster. It is just being with the process. That's what divine feminine is saying. Seth? You've got an inner voice going on that wants to be heard. Okay. So this week, listen to that inner voice, listen to it and trust it, but also listen to, if it's fear-based, it might not be telling you the truth. Now, fear is the energy of danger. If it's really dangerous, listen to the fear. If it's not really dangerous, let the fear know, thank you, but that's not relevant. Okay. So paying attention to that this week. Natalie, you're going to work on your inner revolution. Okay. So this is what I'm hearing from your guides is like, they're definitely talking about a revolution, like coming around. And so kind of coming around to yourself again and noticing some patterns that are repeating so that you can work on that completion card that we saw earlier. Okay. So paying attention to yourself and the patterns you are repeating individually. Diane, you have got the universe. Okay. So everything you think, everything that you perceive, everything that is going on inside and behind your eyes is you. Okay. So you can't experience anybody but you. And so this is week really paying attention to, am I experiencing what I want to experience? Am I giving my energy to where I want to give my energy? That kind of thing. And if no is a totally complete sentence and completely okay to say. Tiff, you're working on your soul tree. Okay. So this is sometimes about not moving too fast and just like let yourself know that the wisdom comes from a single place. Sometimes the tree that's been there for a long time, that's watched everything go on. It's also is encouraging you to go hug an actual tree. So go do that. Find a tree that's huggable. All right. Kimberly and Jamie. Kimberly, you're being asked to visualize. Okay. So this week, spending some time really like even at the beginning of the day, just kind of coming in and going, my intention for today is, and then you kind of just visualize how that might play out. No expectations, just intention. Jamie, nothing has gone wrong. Okay. So everything that you're experiencing, the yin and the yang, the good, the bad, the dualistic nature of this reality is okay. You are being asked to kind of accept that even the crunchy stuff in your life, the stuff that hasn't felt so good, is part of your soul growth and good for you to embrace and transform into empowerment. Okay, Kimberly, let your light shine. Okay, yay. So this card is going to just like basically it's like don't be embarrassed, don't hide, don't make apologies, just literally just come and be you. Light shining also does not effort. The shining light just turns on. So that's the thing too. Is like just get yourself turned on in like a happy way. Okay, CC. You got soul writing, so similar to what we heard for Eli. This is going to be a time for journaling, a time for you to put yourself in the position to read other people's work on soul soul journeys, and spend some time just kind of exploring the word and how the word applies. Okay. All right. Okay. Healing. Okay. Working on some healing this week. Really just getting yourself in alignment the best you can with your best possible outcomes. Meaning you're going to work on what healing work actually is requesting you to do and let that happen. Charlie, you got let your light shine too. Okay. So similar for Kimberly, just be you, just be who you are and just let yourself just shine. You don't have to do anything else. And then Ian, for you this week, you're going to work on soul song. Okay. So this can be humming, singing, chanting to yourself as a spiritual practice. So you might look into it. There's lots of free YouTube channels. I personally love Jonathan Goldman's work. He has a lot of years behind him of toning with your voice as a form of healing, and he's got a lot of stuff on YouTube. So, and he's local to Colorado, Boulder. Okay, Patty, you're working on soul love. Okay, so this card is second time we've seen this one. This one is about remembering that you are an unconditionally loving being, and even the people that make you the craziest, you can interact with them with that soul love, and you can kind of see where that will take you. Okay, focus on soul love this week. Tanya, you're working on soul mating. Okay. So if you picked 2 at the beginning, it's doubling down. The soul mating card is basically encouraging you to recognize healthy vulnerability to one other singular person and how there might be one other singular person who is your kind of connection. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection even. It can just be about a relationship that feels very soulful. Okay. Courtney, create space. Second time we've seen this one. Okay. So I am personally going through a very big purge in my home and my life, and I am really feeling lighter and lighter by doing this. So this is what I'm thinking you're also getting is time to kind of like make some room in your life for something new to come in, shake up the energy, shake up the stagnation so you can put some new things in. Okay. Janice, you are also working on the inner revolution. Okay. So second time we've seen this guy. This is come back to yourself patterns, come back to the self that doesn't seem to be able to get past a couple things. There's hints there as to what your soul is attempting to learn in this lifetime. So check it out. Okay. All right. Now you posted Janice for Janelle and Donnie, but guess what? Right after that, Janelle and Donnie posted for themselves. So there they are. Okay, Janelle. Expansion. Okay, so if you picked 1 at the beginning, it's doubling down, but this is basically saying it's go past what you know this week. Go past it. Find something new to learn. Stretch your mind. Be curious. Be skeptical even, but do stretch yourself. Okay. And Donnie, for you this week, you're actually going into meditation. Okay. So stilling yourself, stilling your heart, stilling your mind, and just going within. That's going to be a good focus for you, however you can do it. Sometimes people meditate by walking or just, even eating mindfully, that kind of thing. Okay. And I'm going to say hi to Carly, Crystal, Cameron, Genevieve and Isabel, Maria. I see you guys. You're a little bit down the list still though, so be patient with me. Christy, you're working on the divine masculine, singular self this week. So take some action, single action. Divine masculine is the doer. Can also be the destroyer in a good way, sometimes like clearing the garden. So this week would be a good week to take a singular action when it is called for. Kira, you're going to be visualizing. Okay. So this week, draw some pictures, sit in quiet and dream and imagine what could be, and give yourself some time to visualize just anything you want to be creating in your life. Finn, you're going to be working on Soul Family, and this is the 3rd time we've seen it. So this is for all of us to some degree. I'm going to pull out the little book just to give us a little bit of an extra information, but basically you're working on those unseen helpers, the ancestors, that kind of thing. So Okay, here's the reflection. It says, when you think of a loved one who has passed, smile, for they are joyous, flowing in eternal streams of their souls. Don't look for where they are, tune into where they are now. So this is very much tuning into the ancestors that look over us, the loved ones that look over us, that kind of thing. Okay. And just people who you feel are just your soul, you know. Kalina, wellness, focus on wellness this week. Okay, it's going to be more available to you than ever. So any place that you can see, especially with that completion card coming up this week, where could you, if you focused on wellness, where could you complete some things? Okay, all right, blossoming lotus. You got the soul tree, so focusing on ancient wisdom, deep wisdom, long-standing wisdom. And again, I think just like Tiff, you could go hug a tree. That would be a good thing to be doing. Okay, Aaron. Aaron, you've got soul love. Third time is a charm for this one. So that means it's for every one of us. So just remember that you can interact with soul love. You don't have to say, I appreciate everything about you as a person, but as a soul, I totally can basically love you. Here's a inspired reflection. Strengthening your joy by softening your thoughts towards yourself and others. Okay. So that's your focus for this week, and all of our focus for this week, combined with our soul families. Sometimes we have to be quiet about and see our ancestors with love too. Okay, soul craft for you, Nalani, which means you're going to really be working on what is it that your soul wants to create. Really being in touch with what your soul likes to do and what your soul's even doing here. Kind of a sense of purpose, but also something you just naturally drawn to as like a hobby. Okay, Carrie, you're going to work on your soul name. Okay. So you're not who you are. You're not your roles. You're not your name. You are something bigger than that. So who are you? This week, you're going to be reflecting more on that deeper sense of self, that you did not come here on accident. And what is happening to you is on purpose. See if you can listen to what that soul wanted you to know about that on purpose part. Astrid, you got whispers. They're whispering to you. Listen to the whispers. Listen to all the little signs. I just, my guides will just give it to me in every way that they can. Your guides are kind of indicating that as well. So give yourself a chance to listen to the whispers. Take the whispers seriously, I just heard. Sam, you're going to work on soul family. Fourth time we've seen this. So this mess week, but also doubling down to tell you that this is the work of working with those people who've passed on. But also I'm going to pull out a phrase for you. We know in our hearts when we encounter a member of our soul family, even if we can't explain it, we often refer to this as meeting a soulmate. Remember, a soulmate can come in many guises: a lover, a friend, a parent, a child, or an animal. And tune up when you need to remember that love. They turn up when you need to remember the love of who you are. Okay. So this week, look around you, see the love in the eyes around you, see the appreciation of the people in your life, and go from there. Robin, divine animal. So this is working with your soul animal, working with the animals actually in your life as well. Just kind of seeing how the animals interact differently with this reality than we do. They're very intuitive and in tune in a way that we don't often allow ourselves to be. So pay attention to the animals this week. Austin, you're going to focus. Okay. So this is the second time we've seen this card in this deck. This week, what you focus on is what you will create. So you really want to put yourself in intentional focus so that you don't get too distracted. Okay. Jordan, you're working on Vesica Pisces. I never know if I'm saying this right. Vesica Pisces. This card is about duality. This is about all things in everything, that we are always exchanging with each other, that we only create from the interactions that we have. So just kind of knowing how, I'm live on YouTube and talking to you guys. I'm a reader online because you guys are listening. If I was talking to myself, I don't know what I would be, right? So just kind of notice where the world is kind of responding to you, and kind of work with that to expand who you are. Rob, you brought authentic truth to us for the third time. Okay. So we're also going to be working on authentic truth, soul family, authentic truth, being able to be in our soul love, right? So this is just very much just about what is true always and forever, to focus on that. I'm going to read a little reflection. Be aware of your feelings and notice how it feels to be angry, loving, and or hurt. And just kind of give yourself an awareness of, what those feelings are trying to tell you about your own truth. Okay, Crystal. Whispers. Your guides are talking in whispers this week, so pay attention to it. I know you got the girls on too. Their names are a little bit further down the list. I will get to them, but just for this is like really trust and pay attention to the soft spoken spirit this week. Okay. Karen, you're working on Soulcraft, okay? So this is that stuff that is yours to do. You're going to do it and you're going to do it well and have fun doing it. That fun card's coming up. And also just see maybe where you need to complete yourself a little bit more in that Soulcraft, okay? Mountain River. Third time's a charm for this one. So everybody's going to be getting to creating some space. Clean out a closet, get a little bit of stuff out of the way, make some room. I know you're kind of already doing this, but this is also about creating space inside yourself for something new to come through, okay? So just paying attention to that. Isabella, your focus for the week is nothing has gone wrong. So everything is happening for you, not to you. So just kind of giving yourself a chance this week to recognize where the strength is coming and the lessons are coming because of what's going on. Okay, Gina, you got inner voice. Okay, so listen to that voice, pay attention to what you say. And again, fear is a message of danger. And if there's really no danger, be sure to let the fear not be the first voice you hear. Okay. Andrea, that was weird. I feel like didn't I just pull that card? I'm totally lost in time and space here. Well, Andrea, if you had just pulled, you also have an action card. Okay. Did I skip over Gina? I might have skipped over Gina. So Andrea, your action card. Gina, sorry, you guys, totally spaced out there. Gina, you're going to be nourishing. Okay. So doing some things to nourish your soul, nourish your mind. Just give yourself a little bit of an opportunity to really ground into that. Okay. All right, Lisa, your focus for the week is manifestation. Nice. Let it start to come to you. Let it happen. Focus on, and just saying yes to the stuff that's already manifesting. Yes, thank you, more, please. That kind of thing too. Okay. Deanna, this is the one I can't pronounce. Vesica Pisces. Okay. Everything is a reflection of you. You are interacting with yourself, with the world. Be aware of what you're interacting with and give yourself that kind of, oh, there I am in that, and there I am in that kind of thing. Okay. Maria, you are going to work on meditation. Okay. This week, being still, going in, activating your heart would be a good thing. Okay, Genevieve, you're going to focus this week on the soul tree. Third time's a charm for it. So we've seen it now 3 times. So, okay, so this is another one we're all to focus on is the wisdom of the kind of like the deep wisdom of time and space and life force. So, and kind of just like that really the far reaching energies that a tree would have. Okay, so just kind of, and so go hug a tree, but also be in truth with just like stillness and bigness. Okay. Cameron, you're going to focus on light beings this week. Okay. So paying attention to stuff maybe that just doesn't even really totally have a place on this earth, kind of reaching into the cosmos and seeing what might want to be communicating with you there. Okay. Carly, see, I told you guys it would take me a bit to get here, but I'm getting here. Carly, you got divine masculine. That's the 3rd time we've seen it. So everybody will have a singular action to take this week too. Something obvious that will be ours to do. Give your focus to that. Let yourself know that that's okay to take that action and make sure if it's yours to do that you do it. Okay. Isabel, 3rd time's a charm for the whispers. Okay, so everybody's going to be listening to the whispers this week. The whispers of spirit, the whispers of the wind, the whispers of our energies, just what they're trying to tell us overall about who we are. And also, I'm getting that you can also whisper yourself. And sometimes you'll get heard a little better when you're actually quieter than when you're really loud. So I guess that makes sense. Somebody has to strain to listen and pay attention closer when you're quieter, right? All right. Well, I think we did it. I got to the end of the list, and I'm not going to throw one for my husband this week because he's on an airplane. So it's unlikely he will get the message. All right, you guys, it has been awesome. I will not be here next week. I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay? See you soon. Bye.